Hello and welcome to your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman. Most members of Congress are heading home this weekend to face their constituents. But when they return to Washington, lawmakers will now focus even more attention on the Obamacare website, healthcare.gov, as well as the contractor hired to run the site. This after more than 2 weeks of paralyzing problems that have started to ripple out, affecting insurance companies now. The disastrous rollout of Obamacare and its website has taken a new turn, with errors turning up for the few people who have successfully managed to enroll through the glitch-filled website. The House Energy and Commerce Committee is asking the administration and the website's private contractors if the roadblock comes from their overall systems or the software itself. The severe problems we are seeing come even after the head of CGI, which was hired to operate healthcare.gov, promised that the site would be ready.
CGI Federal is confident in its ability to deliver successfully on its contract.
Now, that was just last month. The company CGI won a $94 million contract to be the prime architect of healthcare.gov, but costs have skyrocketed, with some estimates now as high as $630 million. And a Chinese rating agency has cut the U.S. credit rating for sovereign debt, saying that a deal struck by Congress to raise the government's borrowing ceiling failed to solve the root of the country's debt problem. Daigong Global Credit Rating, which is China's largest agency of its kind, says the temporary plan just passed by Congress does not diffuse the fundamental issues of the U.S. fiscal deficit or improve repayment ability in the long term, adding that it could also trigger defaults at any time in the future. Democratic Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois blamed Republicans for the downgrade yesterday after arriving in his home state.
This is not the way to run a great nation. Shutting down our government, diminishing our role in the world, reducing our credit rating, that hurts ordinary Americans and working families.
Meanwhile, President Obama has made his pick to be the next head of the Department of Homeland Security. The president will announce Jay Johnson's nomination at the White House today. Johnson was the Pentagon's top lawyer there. He oversaw the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He was also an advocate for the expanded use of drone strikes in the war on terror. And Florida police are looking for 2 convicted murderers who were released from prison because of forged court documents. Joseph Jenkins and Charles Walker simply walked out of the Franklin County prison 11 days apart. Each had obtained false documents featuring official-looking signatures and seals. Both men were sentenced to life for murder and remain on the loose. Authorities are now checking other records to see if more prisoners were able to escape by those same tactics. And coming up next on your Newsmax Now update, we'll have an exclusive interview with Taya, the widow of former Navy SEAL and American sniper Chris Kyle. How she's focused on carrying on her late husband's legacy to benefit all veterans. Plus, the Washington Redskins, the focus of a lot of controversy right now, but their name and logo, is it as offensive as the Nazi swastika and Confederate stars and bars? Next.
Here's today's silver shortage update from Lear Capital.
Reports keep coming, the shortage is growing. Twice already this year, the U.S. Mint has run out. Last time this happened, the silver price jumped 40%. It's time to take advantage with this special offer from Lear Capital.
For a limited time, buy 20 new silver polar bear coins and get one free. The only 1.5 ounce coin on the market. It's minted with the finest silver, carries a government guarantee, and is eligible for IRAs. The silver polar bear is available exclusively from Lear Capital. But don't wait. Silver supplies are shrinking and availability is not guaranteed. This offer is limited to a minimum purchase of $5,000. Call right now. 800-634-0482. 800-634-0482. Call Lear Capital now. 800-634-0482.
In 2013, half of your friends, family, and neighbors may lose their jobs, all while you are robbed of 90% of your life savings, investments, and home's value. Controversial economist Robert Wiedemer, who was the only expert to predict the recession, has released a startling video with shocking evidence that the powers that be have tried to ban. But that hasn't stopped 50 million people from getting the truth. Watch it at aftbook.com. That's aftbook.com.
What is LigNet? LigNet is knowledge. LigNet is power. LigNet is global. Top-level officials, U.S. intelligence officers, national security advisors, foreign operatives, all reporting directly to you. What is LigNet? LigNet is confidential. LigNet is sensitive. LigNet is security. What is LigNet? They're the ones taking the world's pulse. If you're not in the know, you're not on lignet.com. You've been briefed.
Hi, this is Dick Morris. Obamacare is taking full effect this year with over 15,000 pages of regulations. You need to know how this law affects you. That's why you should get your copy of Obamacare's Survival Guide. It's easy to read and the best guide to the new law. Even if you're currently insured or a senior on Medicare or a business owner, a medical professional, or really any citizen, you need the Obamacare Survival Guide. In it, you'll find about hidden taxes, fees, and fines, including a 40% tax on some health plans. I warned you about Obamacare. It's rationing, Medicare cuts, and will trigger doctor shortages. Now the Obamacare Survival Guide gives you the simple steps to protect your family.
Get the Obamacare Survival Guide at bookstores everywhere. It's already an Amazon bestseller. Or get our special $4.95 offer and save $15 today. Go to Obamacare311.com. Obamacare311.com. That's Obamacare311.com.
And welcome back. A political cartoon that compares the Washington Redskins logo to other symbols of hate is facing some backlash of its own. The New York Post recently published this depiction of the logo alongside the Confederate battle flag and the Nazi swastika. And while the Redskins logo might be offensive to American Indians, others say comparing it to Nazis or supporters of slavery is taking the debate too far. And during a Newsmax exclusive, we talk with Taya Kyle. She's the widow of late Navy SEAL Chris Kyle. Chris, you may remember, was shot and killed in February, and now she is out supporting the release of a new edition of Chris's best-selling book, American Sniper, in the hopes that his story will inspire more Americans to help veterans.
Doing a book at all was something that made Chris very nervous because he didn't believe in it. There was a very noble reason for him doing it, and that's why he wanted to give away all the proceeds. It wasn't about the money or look at me, it was about giving credit to, Mark Lee and Ryan Jobe, guys who he served with. And
this has been your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman reporting from New York. Steve Malzberg is back right after this.